Hello everybody! For this week's art project, we're going to be moving into a digital format. We are going to be digitally creating a color sheet. Not one that you're going to color unless you want to, but one you're going to design, and if somebody printed it, they could then color it. We're going to be using Google Drawing, which I've never used before, so this was new to me as well. What I did was I went ahead and created the assignment, and then I made a video, and I voiced over all the instructions, what I was doing, and helpful hints. So make sure that you watch this video until the end. I think it's going to be really helpful, and it might answer a lot of your questions. Also, when you get into your Google Drive and you open up this assignment, the document's already there for you. You just have to click it, open it, and start designing. You don't have to start a new document. Hopefully this works for you. Good luck.
All right, I have opened up my Google Classroom and I'm going to click on the Creating a Color Sheet assignment. In here you will see that there is one document that is put in there with word ideas. We'll come back to that. I want you to click on the document that said your name. So up here I've used my daughter, Brinkley Rushton, create a color sheet. That's going to say your name, create a color sheet. And this is where we're going to do it. The first thing we're going to do is work on our background. And we're going to fill the background with shape pattern. So pick a shape and click and drag. Now, what happens is it always fills that shape with this really weird blue. So I want you to go up and fill color and make it transparent or white. Now, you can also make that border line a little thicker by choosing a different point. All right, we have our first shape. We're going to take that and we're going to copy it. So edit, copy. I had it highlighted, edit, copy, and then I'm going to paste and paste and paste. And if you want to get fancy and not keep using your mouse, you can do Control or Command V, and that's going to keep pasting it. All right, so now I'm going to take these and I'm going to try to line them up. You notice these red lines pop up. Those red lines are guidelines. They're showing you that they are, all those shapes are centered. And you'll notice these little blue marks at the bottom show me that I'm putting them evenly spaced across. All right, it looks like I need more, so I'm going to go ahead and copy it again, and I'm going to go ahead and paste it a couple more times so I can make sure and fill up this row. Paste, and I'm going to have to do that one more time. And there we go. All right, now I might need to do a little adjusting here. Paste that, move this one over, move that one. This is what takes some time. Moving things, adjusting things, making it look nice. Now, don't worry that your shape is hanging off the edge. We can either fix it later or it's just okay that it's hanging off the edge. All right, let's go in and there's all these fun shapes. So pick another shape that you like. And what I like to do is go right underneath the first shape and try to make it the same size. You'll see this red line pops up saying, oh, your edges are the same. It is filled with that weird blue again, so I'm going to click on it, use that paint bucket, and click transparent or white. I also want to go ahead and make it a little thicker line. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing as last time. I'm going to go File, Copy, and I'm going to paste, paste, paste until I have enough to fill up the row. Now I'm going to speed up the video. You'll see it going really fast. And what I did was I continued to do this with different shapes and just placing them underneath. I do like that shape to touch the shape above it. And I'm going to do this until I'm about halfway filled up on my page. Now, once I have filled up about halfway up my page, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go a little off the page, and I'm going to click and drag my mouse until everything fits in there, and everything has now been selected. I'm going to File, Copy. It has copied all of that you see. I'm going to hit File, Paste. Now, we put it right on top, which is a little confusing, so grab it and drag it down. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Alrighty, so I'm going to move it until it lines up. It touches the shapes above. And look, now I have my entire background filled in. Now you might want to see what it looks like. So go into File, scroll to the bottom to Print Settings and Preview. Click on that. It's going to show you what that would look like if you went ahead and printed it out as it is. Now you can see mine looks a little off. It's a little off on the sides. So I'm going to click on close preview. It's going to take me back to this editing. I want to move everything over. So just like I did before, I'm going to click and drag my mouse until you see that it has highlighted everything. So click, drag, let go. There it is. Now what I want to do is I can just use my arrow keys on my keyboard and just click over or click up, and I can also use the mouse. And so I'm going to try to make it even. All right, let's see how that looks. Let's go back to File, Setting, Print Settings, and Preview, and I like that much better. So that is a nice background for me, and I'm going to keep that one. So I'm going to close my preview and start talking about creating the word or what word I want to put on my color sheet. Go back to the assignment here and click on this document that I put in there. It's called Word Ideas. There is a huge list of words that you might want to use for your inspirational word on your coloring sheet. Now, let's go back to our Google Drawing document, and up here I'm going to click Insert, Word Art. I like that better than the text box. In here I'm going to type my word. I decided focus. I did mine in all caps so that the letters are all the same size. I'm going to drag it over here so I can see what I'm doing to my word a little bit more. Just like last time, it fills it with a weird blue, so you can fill it with white or transparent. Now, play around. This is a really fun part where you get to try out different fonts, different sizes, make it bold, make it not bold. Lots of things you can do here. I did want to show you a trick that if you make a mistake and you don't know what you did, how you can use this back button. So let's say I accidentally filled it with a color I didn't like. I'm going to use this arrow over here that clicks back and that just takes it away. What if I deleted it? Back arrow. That will work for any mistakes you made. As long as you don't keep clicking, keep changing, that back arrow will help you. All right, now I'm moving this over my background. I'm going to make it pretty big. The word should be a really big part of this color sheet and put it right in the middle. All right, the last step that we're going to do is we need to make this word stand out. It's called emphasis or emphasizing the word. So I want you to go to the line feature and do this polyline. And this basically lets you create any kind of crazy geometric shape you want. So wherever you want to start, click. And then every time you want to change the direction of the line, you click your mouse. So I'm making this kind of zigzag starburst around the word. This works really well. If you want to copy that idea, I'm okay with it. So I'm just clicking, making it kind of crazy, kind of comic book style, going around it. Now, once you get close to the end here, you have to make your last click touch on the end of your original line. There we go. Now, once again, it filled it with that blue. So I'm going to go in. I want to change it to white, not transparent, white. I'm going to make it super bold, so I chose 4, but it's covering up my word. What am I going to do? Up here in Arrange, there is something that says Order. I want you to click Send Backwards. And there you go. It went behind the word. And that's what we wanted. All right, now to do any other editing, make sure you click on that little arrow so you can just select stuff. Let's take a peek and see how this turned out. Go to File, Print Settings, and Preview. Click on that, and there you go. I'm pretty happy with it. I think this would be really fun to color. So I'm going to leave it like that, and let's see how we're actually going to turn this in. Go back to the Google Classroom, and over here on the right where it says your work, you can see that document is right there already. If I were to close this one out, go back to create a color sheet and click on that, that's going to take me to my drawing. It saves automatically, so don't stress about losing it. So I'm just going to go ahead and say turn in, and on this document right there, I click turn in. And that's how it is. If you click on that document again over here, you're going to notice that you cannot edit it. So make sure you're done with it before you turn it in. All right, great work.